UCF and Kansas State have the number 1 and number 2 rush defenses in the conference. What sort of differences do they present in terms of the run defense?
Yeah, I mean, Kansas State's done such a good job for a long time. That place has got some DNA in it that goes back a long time in the way they play. They run the ball really well. I think, I'm a firmer believer that when you get used to your offense, you get better at certain things too. And so I think they do a really nice job on offense. I know they've done it for a long time. There's a certain temperament and identity that they've got, and I think that carries over to your defense. Then, traditionally, I've played there a couple times, played against these guys a couple times, know them pretty well as far as the culture and DNA. They've always been good at their rush defense. They've always good to run the ball, tough, really good group of coaches that know where you're going to be, and we've got a great test.
Looking back to the UCF game, how much did the absence of Cam really did affect you at the end of the day?
I think we talked about it before the game. I mean, it's a huge impact. The guy's a huge spark for us on and off the field, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. I think that type of leadership, you're gonna miss that in different aspects, whether it's going to be on the field or the preparation for it. And I think it was still, I said it last week and I still believe it, those opportunities are still growth opportunities for us, because you got to be able to put certain guys in roles and see how your team and challenge your team to take up the space that those guys have made a void of. And I think that was an awesome opportunity for us. We found a way to get it done with a young group in the first year of the offense. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of the way the guys just kept fighting and battling, and the ability for those guys to work through it last week, similar to the season, is going to be something that's going to really be a foundational building piece for us in offense.
Coach kind of joked about, Cam trying to get into the game
Yeah.
in the third quarter.
He couldn't crawl in the box. It was too far away. So there was a joke that he was coming up, and I told him to lock the door. Yeah.
Well, what's that do, though, for the rest of the guys to see a guy that just wants to help out so badly?
Yeah, I mean, none of us are shocked. I think we've all got, at this point, we've got a really good feel of who Cam is, and Skadden himself is just a guy you're going to have to put on a leash, and even when he's not supposed to be going out there. So I think he did exactly what we probably thought he'd do during the game, just short of run out there and get 12 guys in the field. He was highly involved, a full character, and definitely a spark for us, or even not being in the field. I mean, late in the game, in the locker room, during the huddles, I could hear him. It was awesome.
Marcus, I asked Kenny what the keys to victory are today for the team. What are the keys to victory for the offense this weekend?
Yeah, those don't change very often. I am a broken record when it comes to how to win offensive football. Taking care of the football, knock on wood, that we've done a good job with that. Being good on first and second down, and putting ourselves in manageable situations as a young group, for especially a young quarterback. We saw a little bit last week when we get in, even this season, when you put yourself in hard situations and third and longs and things like that, it's hard to overcome, or your negative plays on first and second down. But taking care of the ball, being effective in down and distance, you got to be able to control the critical situations. We've done a good job with some middle eight stuff and some timing of our gamesmanship throughout the course of the season. Red zone, I mean, those things are all going to be good if it's a really, really, really good team. Well coached, tough. They know how to win football games. They've been around each other for a long time. Another awesome opportunity on the road and a really fun environment.
How about the confidence level your guys have in number 10 under center?
Yeah, I think each day and each practice and each game, they're getting a little more confirmation that the leadership role that 10's taken on, that Sam's taken on, is something that can impact us. Obviously, is impacting us right now, and then as we continue to grow. And I think those guys like Scat had mentioned, those type of catalysts on your team, the more you get and the more that they produce, the better you get. As we all know, that's not a magic pill.
Yeah.
But we've got some guys who are producing consistently, both on and off the field, in ways to dictate the culture of this program, and let alone the offense. And I think it's been reflective in how we're playing.
It's pretty impressive that you're into late November and your team's only lost one game where Sam has been in the lineup.
Yeah, I think that's a huge attribute to Sam and his preparation, to the offensive unit and their preparation, to the work they've put in the offseason. I mean, it goes way back. Those guys put in a lot of work. He logged some of the, if I'm willing to bet, the longest dark hours of any player on our team since he got here. And I don't think that's any secret of why things are working.
How have you seen his field vision develop over his first season as a starter?
Yeah, it's gotten improved. We talked about that, I think, at one point, maybe after Oklahoma State a little bit, even after, because I think we mentioned, the thing about coming off of an injury and then the 2-week layoff as a young guy was okay. He doesn't have the experience that maybe a guy in season 4, season 5 had. and you could see the vision we picked up on a couple checks, saw some things a little better. There's still some things that are, progression reads are always going to be part of it. You're getting to your third and fourth progression. That takes time. Getting through certain things, sitting back on certain pressures and understanding where the line's going to slide to and how the pocket's going to change and not getting out of there. Those are all parts of growth. But I've been happy with the ability, whether he's seen it or not, to be able to coach through it or say that's progress.
What are your thoughts on Shaman's performance last week and how he opened up the offense a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that, I think, in bye week too, getting some more touches and finding ways to get him more involved in the offense as we begin to kind of learn about each other, and the chemistry's picked up on our side of the ball in regards to putting guys in certain places. He's awesome. I think he's a real weapon. We thought that when he got here, and his size, his ability to be a one-on-one matchup in the middle, let alone in one-on-one situations, is something that I think hopefully we continue to find ways to do.
What have you seen out of Kansas State and its success at going ahead of this match? What have you guys seen from the program holistically?
Well, historically, they're up there in probably the top 5 historically with their production. I'd willing to go to bat and say that you've got a program who's really, since Snyder turned that thing around, has turned it into a time-tested and empirical way to win football. Special teams, defense, offense, taking care of the ball, rushing, culture, DNA, recruiting, their type of guys. I mean, it's consistent. I mean, if you've watched them long enough, I've played it a couple times, like I said, it hasn't changed. But their notes don't change much. They just continue to get good. And Coach Klieman's taken over, and he's done the same exact process. He's got a steady track record as well, as we all know. We've got as good a team, and they're ranked for the right reasons. That's not a foe. This is a great football team, coached with some great coaches, and this is an awesome challenge. It's going to be a big one.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it. Have a good day, guys. Have a good night.